Someone asked a question about sewing business. She felt like the sewing business is no more lucrative, is no more moving, is no more, the passion is no more there, it's now boring. Okay, and how do you spice it up? First of all, ask yourself, when I moved into sewing, what was my plan? Now look at what a lot of people do, because we are telling people to learn skill, acquire skills. So most times for ladies, the first thing they do is to go and learn sewing, baking, makeup. Now, anytime you are learning a skill, when you are done with learning the skill, the first thing is not to rush and go and open up or start up something. No. After you are done with your skill, the second thing you will need to do is to do an analysis to know how to get your customers. You have the skill. The second thing you need to do is draw an analysis of how do I get my customers. Because it doesn't make sense starting a sewing business. You open a shop, get sewing machine, put in your sewing materials and start sewing, but you don't have customers. So if I'm you, what I will do is to draw an analysis. How do I get customers? How do I get people to patronize me? How do I make money with this my skill? Now, one of the things that will come to my mind is mass sewing. I will look at going to schools, boarding schools, private schools, to try and get a deal. I will look at going to public schools, those schools that have high number of intakes. September is always a high time for people to, it's a rush hour for schools to do their recruitment. Strike a deal with 1 or 2 schools, or 3 or 4. Reduce their sewing cost. They buy the material, they sponsor everything that has to do with the sewing, and they get to pay you. So you might do in 6 months or in 3 months, you might do about 100 to 200 or 300 sewings for a particular school. Imagine if you are doing for 3 schools. That is my mind. I'm not saying you should go to school, but I'm saying target audiences that are big to display your sewing skills. Now, when you are doing that, you now have a support base. You can now be doing your other small sewings. But don't just sew and open a shop and expect people to start coming. The only people that will be coming is people that are mending clothes. And moreover, sewing